So when I came to Australia, I felt like I was in South America, but with money. People are so rude, pretentious. You dress very weird. Why are you wearing those shoes? People care about how you dress, how you speak, where you're coming from.
I fired my job. It's time to go full-time as an entrepreneur, not part-time.
But you have to establish those networking. If you don't put yourself out there, it's very, very difficult.
How do you do that? By relentless pursuit. The upside's greater than the downside because everybody's got a different unlock. Getting closest to the sun is where all the leverage is. People don't understand.
When I started making friends, for me it was very, very difficult. And everyone was partying. Oh, let's go to the pub. Try to make friends at the pub, and I don't even drink. This is so weird. I cry a lot, like every single day, like what I'm done. Why did I came here?
Me and my dad were having a conversation. You have the most powerful tool, more powerful than any phone, any computer.
Yeah.
My dad said, what is your goal? I want to be a full-time creator. I want to be a full-time athlete and live life on my terms. And you think about that, you ponder about it. Now opportunities are coming and presenting themselves, even though I don't know how I'm gonna feed myself. Don't worry about the fear. No, what do you want to happen? And your mind, when you put it there, you feel it, you go out there, things are gonna come into your pathway,
absolutely,
leading you to that direction. Real quick, please guys, please make sure you take the time to like, share, and subscribe. Go and hit the subscribe button so we can keep giving you guys content, so you guys can be notified as soon as we drop some news and information that's really gonna help you. And then another thing, guys, and by the way, subscribing, it doesn't cost any money, nothing, no dollars, just go in there, hit the subscribe button. Again, Spotify, make sure you download our episodes on Spotify. We are exclusive to Spotify because we are getting that deal.
Okay.
Okay, you're in the shot, yeah?
Cool. I am in the show.
Perfect. Welcome back to the Rubasha Family Podcast. As you guys can see, we're in a new beautiful setting, looking very good. Again, guys, make sure to press the notification bell. Guys, we are tremendously growing. Link in the bio for more information on how you could be the next guest on this amazing show. Now, this is a repeat offender on this show. What, this is your third time?
Yeah.
Third time on the show. And we want to bring you guys amazing conversations. We want to inspire you just by being our authentic selves. So, MJ, how does it feel to be back?
I feel great. Actually, I'm pretty comfortable, as you see.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like this is my second home. So, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's open up.
Let's open up. Guys, I've been having an Instagram live, not Instagram live, Instagram story. So make sure to follow me on Instagram. Link in the bio. I'm gonna get my phone. We're live, but we're gonna keep it cool. Perfect. Thanks, MJ.
This is like I'm having a nap,
yeah,
but I'm talking. It's like, I love this one. This is pretty chill.
And this is what podcasts are about. It's like, these are conversations we would have, you know, by ourselves. So why not have them in public? So MJ, we got your story last time, a lot about your background, you coming, you know, from Chile, what you went through, you know, and I wanted to kind of get into your story about you being here in Australia. So how did you even come to Australia?
Well, I was in Berlin, and then I ended up my marriage. So it was like, okay, so what is next, you know?
Where you did what?
I was married.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How long?
For a year and a half. And then I said to myself, okay, so what is next? I knew my visa is gonna end, so I had to make a decision. So it was like, oh, Australia always it was in my back of my head, so why not? Yeah, I took plan B. Plan A didn't work out, so I came here.
So you just, like, Australia was something that you were...
Yeah, always. I'm from Chile. Australia is like in the movies, you know, you see the opera house and the harbor, is the people, I don't know, it just, you always say Australia is like Canada, America, you know, like the dream. So it was like, okay, I don't know about America, but yeah. And I always knew the weather, it was good, so that's why I came here, actually. Did
you ever think about going to America?
Well, I went to Miami for holidays, but I didn't like it.
Why?
It was like too pretentious and then like showing off. I don't know, I didn't feel myself like a place to live. But Australia was like, I don't know, the opera house for me. The only thing I knew, kind of. Yeah.
And you've been in Australia how long now?
4 years.
4 years. So, like, what have you, we've been talking a lot about entrepreneurship, what we're going through. But actually, before we get into all of that, you can, I think, more just look at me, just keep it conversation vibe. Do you get what I mean? No, not like that, but like, I don't know.
I was just moving around and then it's like, okay.
No, you're good, but like, yeah, like when I'm with my dad, he does that as well, where he's just like looking at the camera, and I'm like, Dad, you can look at me a little bit because we're talking. He goes, oh, sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, actually, no, he's calling me. But so yeah, I wanted to ask you about like, what was that like? You coming to Australia? Was there a culture shock?
Yeah, it was definitely. Well, before I came here, I had friends in Berlin. They kind of like showing me on the maps where to live, how much I pay, how much expenses. So I have this real guide prior came to Australia. So I wasn't that lost. So when I came to Australia, it was like, oh, this is so nice. But to be honest, I felt like I was in South America, but with money. So it was like, what's the point? People is so rude. People is very like pretentious. When you, I don't know, I brought it all that European style, and then when I came here, it was like, you dress very weird. Why are you wearing those shoes? I don't know. It was
here in Australia, people like that, no?
Like when I started making friends, for me, it was very, very difficult at the beginning. So I kind of like I regret, and I cry a lot, like every single day, like what I'm done. Like, why did I came here? Like, I don't understand. I came by myself. I didn't have any friends, nothing, no one. So yeah, so I came here with a student visa to start studying English. So that's what I did for 6 months, and then I changed and I started fitness. So I graduated as a fitness instructor, and then I changed again because in this journey of the years, I realized like, oh, marketing is something good, it's business, so I have better opportunities for my future. Okay, I'm gonna start doing that. So that's why I started like business with major in marketing, which I'm currently studying. Yeah.
So it was a bit of that culture shock of coming here and then kind of just finding your journey and your way through life.
Yeah, because when I came here, I had a vision. So it was like, I wanted to help people maybe like with yoga. I was super into yoga at that time, like practicing 6 times per week, and then going to meditation, workshops and things like that. In my spiritual awakening, we could say that, before I came to Australia. So for me, I was like, but when I came to Australia, I realized it was so different. Like here, very like people care about how you dress, how you speak, where you're coming from, things like that. For me, in that time, they weren't important. You know what I mean? For me, they didn't have any value. For me, it was like, okay, I wanted to grow, obviously connect with people, but it was very, very difficult. In Europe, it was super open-minded. People so nice. They type of question we have when you have a conversation is like, okay, what you like, or I spend my time doing this, or I have a band, or I paint, I draw. I went to the exposition art. I don't know, I went to see this movie. Oh, have you read this book? No, I don't know about that book. Oh, would you like to go to this event? I don't know, just it's so different the way you connect with people over there. So when I came here, it was super dry, and then everyone was like partying. Let's go to the pub. And then try to make friends at the pub. And I don't even drink. I don't even like much alcohol. So it was like, why people get so drunk? Or going to parties and then people without control. For me, it was like, this is so weird, you know? It was very, very, very weird. Like, I didn't understand. It took me a while. I will say after the second year and a half, I started kind of like making more connections, like genuine connection. Obviously, knowing people here and there, but after a while, right now, I would say I have a few friends.
A few friends that you settle down with.
Look, I get it. Managing invoices, clients, it can be a chaotic juggling act. It's overwhelming and time consuming. But guys, what if there's a business companion that could whisk all these problems away, transforming your chaotic workspace into a streamlined, efficient hub with just a laptop or your phone? Welcome to Flexigrow, the ultimate solution to your business management and challenges. With Flexigrow, you can bid farewell to the mess. It consolidates all your finances, customers in one organized place, giving your business that much needed professional edge. Don't you want to get ahead? Why wait? Give Flexigrow a go and build a greater business. Revolutionize your business today and download Flexigrow on the App Store.
Okay, so finding your way here in Sydney. Let's talk a little bit about, I want to open up to you guys a little bit, like I was just telling you earlier. I fired my job. Well, you can say I technically fired my job. And it has been scary, you know, like you guys know I've been doing this content creator, playing football, but obviously I need to have that income coming in. I've been working, you know, really balancing everything. But, you know, since that happened, it was like the unknown. It was scary. And it's like, it's time to go full time as an entrepreneur, not part time, you know, but full time into what I'm doing and building this brand, building this legacy, and going into the unknown. So let's talk a little bit about entrepreneurship, because I know for you, you have been an entrepreneur. Like, yes, you've been studying, and you know, you've been studying marketing. But yeah, what has it been like for you, you know, just diving in and attracting your dreams?
Well, right now, I will say like I've been navigating through different professions in these entrepreneurships, because obviously you want to do something, but you need to make them money as well, pay bills. So I started like 6 years ago. I started modeling, not with the agency, just freelancing, and then modeling, and then I did performance as well. So in between, obviously, you don't have a boss. You have to go and try to find your jigs, kind of like connecting with people, and then say, oh yeah, I do this and that. And then someone will say, oh, I have an event, so would you like to come? You know, but you have to establish those networking, because with networking, you can go through anything. But if you don't put yourself out there, it's very, very difficult to kind of build up. So right now, for example, I'm doing Tantra, which is something I built it through the years. It's like, obviously right now I'm qualified professional to do it and help others.
To do what, sorry?
Tantra, yeah.
Okay, just so they can...
Yes, Tantra, yes. So, but this journey started with myself. And obviously entrepreneurship is not easy, because there is some days no one is clapping for you. No one is telling you, oh, you have to get done your checklist or your task lists, or you have to send emails. You have to, you're gonna be rejected so many times. It's like rejection for you is like, it has to be something like you face it every single day. And you get so used to it, like you become so strong. And to be honest, it's like, I don't care. You know, like if it's someone saying, no, okay, whatever, I'm doing anyway. You have to give yourself up every time and just showing for what you want. Remind yourself why I'm doing this. Because I want to have a vision, because I want to leave my blueprint, my legacy, or whatever you want to do. Or because I want to achieve my goal, my dreams. But every day you have to show up, calling people. People is very busy. Why do you think people is going to call you? Because you are who? No, you have to bring the value. And if they don't see it today, maybe they will see it like in a few weeks, in a few months. In some points, they're going to realize that, oh, it's very interesting what she's saying. Or something else is going to remind them you. So you have to be there, yeah.
Wow. I think that was really good. Because, like that's something I've been going through. So, like, I can give you guys a little bit of background. Like, obviously I've been doing this content creation thing. I do my football, but with the content creation, it's like you're creating all this content, but there's a whole business side that you have to tap into, and it's completely different, you know?
Yeah.
So now going into the business and doing the outreach, like you say, sending the emails and not getting replies, and you're going. So like, I think it's very true what you're saying. And my dad always used to tell me, he says, Eve, if you don't go out there and contact people, no one's gonna come to you, and he kept saying that no one will come to you, and looking for sponsorship, looking for brand deals. And that's where I'm at now. And I'm progressing now because it's like, okay, contact the right people. And another thing that you said was very valuable is networking and the power of networking. And I'm getting into these hubs of entrepreneurs here, and there's so many resources available to go out there and meet people, because once you meet people and you're able to talk and express yourself with this communication style, the sky's the limit.
Absolutely. And also, I think the first things is like, you have to believe in yourself. One thing I was very remind me, like they always put it there in every single session when I did my Tantra course. Look, Tantra is something like spirituality. But my mentor, every time she was saying, you have to be confident for what you're doing. Every time you touch, you make a movement, you have to be confident. It's like, what's the point to do it just for the emotion? And it really hit me very hard, because you have to really believe in yourself. You can do it, because no one is gonna be believing, It's like, you have to know, like, yeah, I can do this. I can do difficult and challenging stuff. And obviously, entrepreneurship is like facing your fears every day. And you have to face your trauma as well. Your past trauma, your life. Life is not easy, but yeah.
That's another thing, guys. Man, you made some really good points.
You're driven by a mission. You're driven by a vision. I understand you. Here at ETS Rubasha Media, we're all about nurturing your vision. We all know social media content is the utmost important in 2024. If you don't have content, you won't survive in the marketplace.
Whoever has the attention has the leverage. What's going on in the world? It's called the media infrastructure in our society has shifted. Have you ever wondered why, when there's a coup, while they go to the palace to get the guy or the gal, they also go to the newspaper, radio station, and TV station? Whoever controls the message has the leverage. For the first time in history, we as human individuals have the ability to have scale. I get more consumption on my LinkedIn than CNBC gets viewers. That's absurd.
And not just any content, strategic content that you can post consistently to grow your social media following, grow your business, grow your legacy, grow your personal brand. This is the time to do it. And it's all about collaborating strategically. It's about using your mind, using the power of your mind to connect with individuals, media, to be able to get your message out there. The link in the description, you guys can book a call with me and we can get started on your journey today.
I think one important thing that you said was dealing with trauma.
Yeah.
And I feel not only as parents, as, sons, sisters, brothers, whatever the situation is, entrepreneurs, being able to be your own boss, to be able to create something legendary. Even sometimes not everyone's made to be an entrepreneur, but everyone out there is made to have a legacy and do great things in their life. But you can't do that without being healed, without, dealing with the trauma. So talk a little bit about that, because I think what you just said there was great advice.
Well, I think a trauma is like, you have to work on your self-awareness. Because for me, it's like I had to deal with a lot of trauma. I'm not gonna lie. Like the rejection, they don't have enough, they don't feel enough, they don't feel love. All of that is you have to face that pain to grow. And I'm still healing, and I'm still working on it, because sometimes like you don't know what is the situation you're going to face, or the trigger is going to put you in that mood. So obviously you have to remind yourself how good you are, and you are capable to do anything.
You have to remind yourself, and I think sometimes even when you talk about trauma, it's like, from your childhood, what you saw within your parents or within your house, and it all goes back to, self-love. And, a lot of the times, even if it's just the trauma of like going through the battles of the mind, which is you're doubting yourself, And actually I was thinking about this, like, a lot of people have religions, right? You pray, you go to the mosque or you go to church, but you doubt yourself. And it's like that's one of the biggest, if you're a religious person, that's one of the biggest hypocrisies, because your creator is the one who created you, and
Exactly.
you go in church and pray and go on your knees, but you're doubting yourself, you're having negative self-talk to the creator who made you, and it's like going against it. So it's like we sit down and we pray, but like I've said in so many videos, your every thought that you have in your mind is a prayer. Every single thought
everything
that you
is
know?
like, it's like the seed you put into the universe. So always try to make sure you put in something positive, because everything is coming back in some point. And but the healing process is so important. Like investing time, that's what I do. Investing time with yourself, and don't be too hard, because we are, we are perfectionists. We are like, we want more, ambitious. We don't take time to rest. We get crazy. So it's like, just try to be nice and loving and caring for yourself. Filling your own cup is just it's not easy. And even though knowing that there is the ego always try to dominate us, try to be the best. You can be competitive. You can always work and do your best to win. But just be aware of what is the cost you are paying. Because obviously, it's like, another day I check in Instagram, they say you have to be obsessed for your shit. Yeah, it's good to be obsessed, but also you have to rest.
Yeah, and I think it's important as well, like, even, like, I'll tell you a little bit about my routine. Normally you just think, oh, we're supposed to hustle, but even just like having a breakdown of my day where 30 minutes I'm meditating, I'm going within, you're taking the spiritual practices, because I saw someone say this and it is so profound. And she was saying that becoming an entrepreneur, doing what you want to do at the maximum potential, is 80% the spiritual, 20% strategy. So she says literally spending time within your day to create from within, creating from the wind, feeling the abundance, feeling and walking in the light that it is done. I am at my highest level. So then the 20% is now, okay, like, what do I love? What is my passion? And how can I apply that abundance and that feeling and that greatness in whatever it is I do? And you talked a little bit about the ego, right? Especially when it comes to entrepreneurship, the ego is always trying to feel separate from people, always trying to compete with people. But like what you're doing, what I'm doing with podcasts or whatever it is, there's so many people who do what we do, hundreds of people, but I don't look at the competition. I don't see, because I am authentic, I am genuine, and my unique gift is a light to the world.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why it has to be. Wow, but we doubt ourselves too much, too often. That's why I remind yourself. Yeah, I practice affirmations every time I go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth, I look, and then I say positive things. Because I tend, but the psychologists say 80% of your daily thoughts is negative. It's automatic. So your system, your brain always work against you. So it's your responsibility to train it. And the mind is like a muscle. You have to train it. You meditate, you create that space. Yeah.
Bars, yeah. It's like you said, we're designed, and it's basically, it's what keeps us alive, right? It's what keeps us, it's from the survival instincts to be humans and be alive. Always, if we didn't have that, when a car's coming, we'll just get hit on the street.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it's there. But like you said, it's so true. Like, you have to train it. You have to train the muscle. And I just really, why this is a powerful conversation, because if you can work on these things, which is the inner, which is yourself, then everything else will flow. You know what I mean? So, like, what is part of your daily routine?
Well, I woke up and then...
What time do you wake up?
It depends. It depends. I'm not like, I like mornings, but I'm not a morning person. So I would say when I have to go, in average, like a 7. When I go to uni, like 6:30, and then when I'm not going to uni, like 7:30. So yeah, 7 at average. And then I wake up and do my matcha every single day.
Your what?
Matcha instead
What's
of,
that?
it's like a green tea,
Oh, okay.
a Japanese green tea. And I meditate most of the day, I say, because sometimes some days like I don't meditate because I have to run or something. And 1 or 2 days per week, I sit with my journal and then I write positive things. Sometimes in the afternoon as well, I do it. But always I keep a journal.
Yeah. What do you write in your journal?
I used to write whatever I was feeling or thinking in that moment, but now I write more positive things I want to in my life, in the present moment, in present tense. Like, I am, for example, I am abundance. I'm very happy today because I'm driving my dream car. And then I write next to it, what is my dream car? I write, even when I feel like a little low, I try to write something positive. Like, whatever happened in my mind, I switch off into a positive. Because at the end of the day, the subconscious mind, it doesn't know if it is real or it's a dream. So that's what I do it. And I have to say that I've been manifesting a lot of things.
You have been manifesting? Give us an example.
Like, the recently one, it was very, very, like, wow. So I went to Baron Bay with a friend. My friend, she said, oh, don't worry. I have the accommodation. Okay, so I went there. And then, okay, I got into this Airbnb. When I was in the Airbnb, like eating in the balcony, I looked in front of the beach. And he was like, no, it's not that possible. And the last time the previous time, I was walking at the beach, and then I looked into the building in front of there, and I saw these 2 apartments, and he was like, oh, this looks so nice. I would love to stay there. Like, I say that, I would love to, the next time I'm going to be there, I say, and I stay in the same place, and I didn't even know about it. Like, it was something like so surreal. Like, really? Like, how? You know, like when something happens, it's like, hold on a sec, is this really happening or it was a dream?
It's kind of like, yeah, the manifestation is powerful. And I think something, like you said, your subconscious mind, that is so powerful. Like anything negative, you tell it. And the thing is, like, don't get us wrong, you're going to have negative thoughts. It's normal. I think where the big win is to notice it. Because a lot of the times we don't even notice the negative thoughts lingering in there. And if you let that go unchecked, those negative thoughts will go to your subconscious.
Yeah.
And your subconscious will now start to keep creating.
Exactly. It's energy. So we're going to, what is energy? And energy, it cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transformed. So it's the same with the thought. When you think about something, the mind doesn't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. You know, it's just a thing. So it's your response, and then you asking yourself in the future, what is happening to me? And to be honest, you already planned it and decided to happen. It's like, if you focus in, the mind only can focus in one thing. So if you focus in positive, you will attract positive. But if you focus in negative, you're always going to attract negative. Have you seen these people when you say, oh, I feel I'm going to get sick? Oh, I feel this and this and that. And then 12 hours later, when they are next, you are sick. And it's like, yeah, you could feel symptoms, but sometimes it's not even symptoms, it's just your mind. You tricked your mind. There is so many, you can even read on Google, there is so many women that being like, they have this pregnancy, psychologist pregnancy or something, like they have symptoms, they have big breasts, and the belly, they have everything, but they are not pregnant, it's just the mind.
See how powerful the mind is?
It's so powerful.
And it's and we don't even realize how powerful our mind is. I heard me and my dad were having a conversation about it. and he just started, like, he was going off and just saying, you have the most powerful tool, more powerful than any phone, any computer. Like, it is so powerful. And like, I'll give you an example. Even me,
I've always been someone who's wanted to create from my imagination. Football has been a huge part of my life. You see, as a professional footballer, I have dealt with injuries before. That pain of not being able to be on the field doing what I love. But I've been introduced to something amazing. Body ice recovery helps people of all ages recover from their injuries and fight pain and inflammation naturally using simple ice and compression. I have the medium universal pack, which is perfectly designed for knee injuries. For example, I've been going through my patella tendon pain. As a professional athlete and entrepreneur, I can't stress the importance of looking after your body and being able to use body ice recovery to recover from your matches and be out there doing what you love. Go get yours today.
you know, firing my job, right? Like, even my dad said, what is your goal? What do you want to do? You know, I want to be a full-time creator. I want to be a full-time athlete and live life on my terms. And you think about that, you ponder about it. Now opportunities are coming and presenting themselves, even though I don't know how I'm going to feed myself. I don't know. I got rent to pay. I got bills. I got things I got to cover that need that income. But don't worry about the fear. Don't worry about the doubt or what's going to happen. No, what do you want to happen? And your mind, when you put it there, you feel it, you go out there, things are going to come into your pathway,
Absolutely.
leading you to that direction. And then you look back and everything that does happen to you up until now, it's like, I wouldn't have changed a damn thing, you know?
Yeah, you are so right. Like, you need to know what you want to do and just start doing it. That's it. We just put so many limitations in ourselves. We face it. I face that every single day. Like, sometimes like I see it and then you waste the time and you don't do nothing and you are like, oh, why? I should have done this. And then you didn't do it and it's like, yeah, it's better to do it.
Yeah, it's better. I think that's one of the things, like, I also feel is one of my strengths, is when shit has happened in my life, like distractions, and that could be something like family. I'll give you an example that, like, recently I just had issues with family and dealing with family. But what made me proud about myself was I was still posting. I didn't let things, you know, the stress, like, no, I'm gonna still be out there. And I never took a day off, or, you know what I mean? And I think, of course, like you said, there's moments where you can chill, but just in terms of, no, I love this so much, I'm not gonna let anything distract me. And I think that's just advice I wanna give to people. Like, shit is gonna happen in your life, you know what I mean? Things are gonna happen and, you know, you can't control it, but just, try not to let it distract you. If you what does distraction mean? Distraction. So it's distracting you from your goal. And distractions, like, I was speaking with a mentor, and one of the questions was, what are some of the things that's going to hold you back in 2024? And those are good questions to ask. Yeah, Eve, what's going to hold me back? I'll tell you, distractions. It's how I'm dealing with distractions and how can I move and, you know.
Yeah, and then try to then learning to say no. Because,
that's a good one. Learn to say no.
Yeah, I feel like I've become weak, to be honest, in Australia.
What do you mean?
Because before I used to be more like strong. And then here something happened. For the first few years, I was very distracted. Like, I don't know, just with my goals, with money, with everything, with emotions. I've never been like super emotional. Like, if I hear something just click me or twist me, or I don't know. I've been tested so many times. I've been failing. You have to be honest with yourself. You say like, I've been failing so many times. But I never give up. I keep going. Yeah, you have to be. I say that in the lift. Yeah, this year I've been tested plenty of times, and I've been failing.
When you say like you've been distracted, like, what is it? Something happens and then you don't continue to do what you need to do. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I think at some point you just let the emotions control you, because I don't know, for a friend, because you think like, oh my God, I'm gonna say people talking like, oh, you need to have this, you need to have. In some point, a lot of talk is just confusing you, or others' opinions. You say you should take this and that. You're like, maybe should I? You know what I mean? Maybe I'm just wasting my time, because you see next to you and then you comparing yourself, and then you see, oh my God, the grass is greener next to me. And then you look into yourself and say, I haven't done any shit. But then they're talking about you, or they're talking to you, they're giving you, and then you are like, what the fuck should I do? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then you get distracted. And then instead of like, no, hold on a sec. This is my own journey. And then whatever just happened next to me is like, whatever. I'm going to just keep going. And I used to be like that, like, don't give it any fuck about anyone. But then maybe some point just, I don't know if it's living too far, leave it alone. Maybe just getting older, I'm not sure. But I've been having those meltdowns. And this year I've been facing a lot of things like I've never faced before. So it's like, okay, what else is coming? You know, like, specifically this year. But at the end, it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, I've been healthy. Like, I've done some things, fun stuff. And then now it's like, okay, I'm ending my year with my kind of my dream. So it's like, now I have to just water into it. And slowly, it's gonna start growing.
Feed into it, yeah. And one thing you said, like, you're talking about the challenges that you've gone through. Even for me, like, going through adversity, even just recently, with like the family and, you know, what I'm doing and, you know, trying to obviously have more income, I realized as well that you grow through the adversity. Like, it's there to make you better, Eve. Like, think about it, if you're just comfortable and everything's good, you're not going to grow from that. So I was just like, I had to see what I was going through as like like, yes, I'm being challenged. Like, this is amazing. Like, I'm really going to see what, like, the end product of what I've gone through. It really is about, like, I had to talk to this on a YouTube live. You guys can go ahead on my YouTube channel. And, you know, people always say, enjoy the process, not the destination. And you actually also said that in our last interview, which was a great saying you said. But, like, what does that really mean? And when I think about it is, yes, you really have to enjoy the process, because it's all about who you're becoming. It really is about who you're becoming. You have to, literally, you have to become that extended version before anything. You know, like Muhammad Ali said, I knew I was the greatest before I ever was. You have to become that. And then not only that, is the destination is death. Because even when you achieve what you want to do, you're still in the process.
It's still in the process.
The destination is death. That's the destination. So it is really all about the process, right?
Yes, like every day just growing and growing. And by some point you have to, it's like this growing process is also letting go. And that's what we are attached to. And we touch a lot of in this, in spirituality, letting go who I was yesterday, you know. And it could be like, I don't know, I changed my hair. You can see like outside, but in the inside, you know, you are a different person. And you are like, I had to let go my friends who are not in the same frequency than me. I had to let go people who are really care about it, but you know, they're not bringing anything into your life. And that is a very, very hard process. And yeah, everyone's talking about evolving and growing, but who is talking about the dark side? It's fucking challenging. Sometimes when you are stressed, or I don't know you, but me sometimes sitting on my desk, and then I start working, and then it's been a challenge because I don't know how to fix. And I've been trying. Sometimes I cry because I'm frustrated. You know, it's like, how? And then right now, I don't know, you ask someone else to help you. And then it's like, oh yeah, and then it's like 3 days to reply. And then you come back and it's like, I want to get it done right now, but it's not, you know what I mean? You deal with people and it's like, I want to give up. And I think that every day. But I say, after that thought, I think like, are you crazy? You're not weak. Keep going. Like that, you have to be, it's like you have to embrace this journey of, this week I will say, you have to embrace the journey of pain to feel happy. You have to embrace the pain, the suffering. How the Buddha said, suffering is part of life. So it's your perception of the situation is how you're going to receive it. That's it. And it's like, yeah, fucking, it's painful. It's like every time you cry, every time, sometimes I cry and it's like, what the fuck I'm crying? I'm not emotional. But it's like, yeah. In some points, you will say, all that work I've done it is worth it. So yeah.
It's worth it, guys. It's worth it. All right, guys. This was a really good conversation.
Yeah.
It was free flowing. It was cool. Crazy. Also, not like super long conversation.
No,
But this will
easy.
be, I think, a great one to have. And there's so many things that we can talk about. And this is why like podcasting is so powerful. And I'm encouraging so many people to do it. We're offering guests to have that opportunity, especially people who are doing things in their life. I mean, as I said, your story is valuable, whoever you are. But especially for the people who are creating something, creating a legacy, creating a business, and have things like to be able to use this and have this conversation to learn from each other. Like I really learned from a lot of the things that you've told me here, and it's great encouragement for me going forward. Honestly, I really mean that. Like just being present and listening to what you had to say.
Thank you.
You know,
I really always appreciate you come.
The reason you've got here is because of one thing. You see, you have a desire. I get it. I have seen the way you have presented your business out to the world. You see, my staff and I carefully selected you because we believe you can be part of a special few. You see, we are living in the greatest era to be alive.
The old empire to the new empire is seen in building a personal brand, because the old gatekeepers of media and reputation were just newspapers and the radio, and there was like 10 of those, so you've got to be lucky to get on one of those. Now in the new empire, in the clouds, you can build your own media company around you.
The social media revolution. My name is Sugira Rubasha, co-founder of the Rubasha Family Podcast and ETS Rubasha Media. We have built a media network. We have built a media empire, just a family. You see, everything that you desire in your life is on the other side of the steps that you take to get there. We all know social media is here and it's here to stay. We're gonna be able to drive revenue to your business. I'll give you an example. The reason why you're struggling in this area, the reason why you need that strategy to be able to get to the next level is because of the imagination. You see, you created your business from your mind into reality. Your business is your baby, and it's how you portray that out to the world. I'll give you an example. What's the best way for you to get your business out there? What about a Q&A? You as a CEO sitting with someone within your staff, an office tour, a house tour, using content that can capture the audience, and you can run paid advertisements against that. Do you know how powerful that is when you have organic content posted and paid advertisements towards LinkedIn, Instagram, and all these social media platforms? You have the power to run a media network. However, there's only one more spot left in this program, and you have to fit a certain criteria. You already have to have a certain social media strategy. If you don't believe in social media, if you don't believe in media, you don't belong in this program. We are here for the ones who know exactly what we do and how we're going to amplify your revenue and your sales to be able to get your personal brand out to the world. So I'm going to be looking forward to having a chat with you.
Even today, like I told you that I was having a meltdown. I needed to feel that energy, and it's so good to feel it because you are so bright and you have this massive creative energy, and it's like, yes, I have to keep going. And you also inspire me to keep going and to do more, because never is enough. And it's like, yeah, why do you want to be like, you can be fucking cool,
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. That's good. That's
no,
good.
really, you do it.
Thank you. Like just to have that. Yeah.
It's so good, really. I'm so grateful, really.
Thank you. And that's why, like, I saw somewhere, like, I think it was 19 Keys, he was talking about, like, women and, like, how you can build with women. Like, a lot of guys, like, you meet certain women and people and, because of, I guess, lust or whatever, but a lot of men, they try to smash, but it's just like, again, I like to invest in people, and I see the potential in people, and even with you, I see the potential in what you're doing, like I see it, and I'm just like, that's why I say, like, I want to obviously have to go through things myself as a creator, but I want to start to do that. My future and what I see is investing in now creators, investing in other creators like yourself,
exactly.
And being like, hey, look, you can do this, I can help you, and having something where we have a service, because this day and age we're living in, this social media stuff is so powerful.
Yeah, it's so powerful.
And there's other people like yourself, other people out there who have so much potential and who are doing it. But I feel like if I can invest and tap into you and just kind of feed off that creativity, then you can also help other people, and you helping other people, you're always going to help yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Every time when you're helping someone else, you're going to help yourself. Like, it's just coming back every time.
Cool. All right,
Thank
guys.
you so much,
Thanks for watching.
guys,
Music
for
video
watching.
time.
If you really enjoyed this video, make sure to click here, and I'm sure you're gonna love that one.